What's good, everybody? It's me, Tim Keys. I'm back with another video. Today I wanted to do a basic sound design tutorial using Reason's Europa. I want to show you how to make a basic pad. And so the reason I want to go with Europa is because Europa can get you a lot of mileage and you can do a lot with it. So even if you're not like an expert on sound design, I think you can get good results using it. If you don't have Europa, you can use Vital and get similar results. Although for this exercise, I'm going to use a feature that's more or less exclusive to Europa, and that is the ability to record into Europa itself. Now, some things to keep in mind when you're making a sound, a pad specifically, the main thing you want to take note of is the fact that two main characteristics. The first one is you're going to have a longer attack as well as a longer release. The other thing you want to keep in mind is that a pad will usually have some movement within the sound itself to create a sense of space and ambience and to create different feel to the pad. That movement will vary, be based on everybody's programming. A lot of folks do it differently. There's no one way to do it. So there's a lot of subjectivity, but if you just keep in mind having some sort of movement, as well as usually you're going to have a long sustained sound, you'll be okay. So what you want to do, in this case, I got Europa pulled up. I reset it. First thing I'm going to do is go into my amplitude envelope, raise up the attack. Raise up my release. I'm going to raise up my delay and open it up a little bit more. I'm going to drop down my sustain just a smidge. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this sampler right here. It's going to sound terrible, but I'm going to sample my own voice into the device. That is one of the cool things about using Reason samplers. You can sample directly into the product as if it were a hardware sampler. Believe it or not, there are a lot of samplers that won't let you do that. So kudos to Reason for adding that feature. So I'm going to hit this button. You're like, what is that guy doing? So yeah, I just made my own sound. I'm going to go into edit, sample. Now, hit the play button. What I'm going to do is hit my loop, bring it up, and I'm actually going to normalize the volume. I don't recommend doing this all the time because you'll hear more background noise. I'm going to crossfade the loop. I'm going to adjust my markers. That's fine. I don't want to take too long messing with that. But what I want to do in this demonstration, that little glitch will be taken care of. Now I want to click on the waveform. I'm going to go down to user wave. Open the shape. This is my sweet spot. I'm going to open it up just a smidge. Open up my envelope. And see, I already got movement. I'm going to cut down the speed to make that movement take place over a longer duration of time. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my modifier, turn it on. I'm going to hit the phase distort. I'm going to adjust the amount. And again, I already got some movement happening right out of the gate. Just because envelope 1 is already modulating the shape of the waveform. But now I want the LFO to really go to work on that phase distortion. I'm going to slow it down. Now you might be saying, that sucks. That's okay. I'm not finished. Next thing I want to do is turn on the spectral filter. Got some options to choose from. I'm going to go down to the user wave. Now as I do that, you'll notice the volume's going to drop. That's okay. I'm going to adjust my filter to taste. When I open up the resonate, I'm going to get more sound. I'm going to go into the mod matrix. You don't have to do this part. I'm doing this part just because. Let's go into the mod matrix. I'm going to go to my destination. Engine 1. Harmonics position. Harmonics amount. Filter. Resonance. So there's a difference between that filter and this filter. You want to adjust the settings on your spectral filter, you want to go to engine 1 and then go from there. Now I'm going to go to my harmonics. I'm going to hit ensemble just because I want to adjust those harmonics. Alright. Gonna turn on my unison. Spread that sound out. Open up my D-tune. Now this is all preference at this point. Alright. So I have the bare bones at this point of the sound that I'm going after. Now what I want to do is go down here. Actually, I'm going to go here, my engine level, raise it up a little bit. Make it a little bit louder, not much. Turn on my filter. Now at this point, I got it set to low pass ladder. Fairly good filter. Now I got movement going on. I don't need the extra movement, but I kind of prefer it. And I'm just messing with the knob to see where I want the position to start with. So I'm gonna start it right here, right in the middle. Turn up the drive. Yep. And I'm gonna open up the envelope, except for this time I want to set it to envelope 3. Change the preset. Pick one of these. Again, I'm going to slow it down. Open it up. Move it over. There we go. I like that. So now I'm getting the movement, but the filter cutoff is not too abrupt. I'm gonna pull back on my master volume just a smidge. Again, that part is subjective. I'm pretty much done. All I'm gonna do now is add a delay. I don't need anything else. The unison at this point kind of thickens the sounds up. Turn on my delay. Open up the amount. So now I have my basic pad. If I got too much going on and you don't like to open up the filter that much, you can adjust the envelope. So that's the basics. Again, with sound design, a lot of stuff is subjective and it's going to be based on what you like and what you prefer. It's also going to be based on what you're trying to, the type of music you're trying to make in general. So, you know, if you want some ambient music, some pop music or something, actually, you find it in trap music. So it really doesn't matter. You can make your stuff sound however. If I wanted to add to the sound, go to my second engine, turn it on. And I can just lower that out. Drive it up. I drop down slow. If I want a hollow sound, I would go with something like triangle. All right, that's pretty much it. I'm just dabbling around now. So yeah, you don't necessarily have to go into the mod matrix. If you're overwhelmed, you can just use what you have. I like Europa because it's very complex in a lot of ways, but it's simple enough that everything's right in front of you. You don't necessarily have to go into these, although I think it's good to experiment. You pretty much do everything from the initial layout itself right in these knobs and then just adjust the envelopes. But if you want to go into the mod matrix, you can. Anyhow, it's the basics of how to create a pad, a simple pad using Reasons Europa. Thank you for watching this video. I'm Tim Keys. I'm out. Peace.